It's absolutely ridiculous that Amanda Gorman's poem was removed from an educational institution in Miami-Dade County due to a complaint from a single parent. The fact that the parent didn't even know who the author was and claimed that it contained indirect hate messages just shows how ignorant and misguided they are. Book bans like this only serve to limit people's access to information and ideas, which is completely unacceptable in a free society. I fully support Amanda Gorman in her pledge to fight against book bans in Florida, and I encourage everyone else to do the same. We need to stand up for our right to read what we want and make our own decisions about what is appropriate for ourselves and our children. It's time for us as a society to stop caving into the demands of a few narrow-minded individuals who want to control what others can read or think. We need more voices like Amanda Gorman speaking out against censorship, not less. It's outrageous that in this day and age, we still have to fight against book bans and censorship. These actions are a direct attack on our freedom of speech and expression, which are fundamental human rights. We cannot allow a single parent or any other individual to dictate what books can be read in schools or anywhere else. However, I am heartened by Amanda Gorman's response to this situation. Her call for action and her commitment to fighting against book bans is inspiring, and I believe that together we can make a difference. So let's stand with Amanda Gorman and support organizations like PEN America that are working tirelessly to protect our right to read what we want. Let's show the world that we will not be silenced or censored by anyone. In conclusion, I firmly believe that book bans have no place in our society, especially when they're based on misinformation or ignorance. We must continue to fight against these attempts at censorship whenever they arise, so that future generations can enjoy the same freedoms of thought and expression as we do today. This is a clear violation of the First Amendment and an attack on intellectual freedom. It's outrageous that a single parent can dictate what books are allowed in schools, especially when it comes to literature that has been deemed important and educational by educators and experts. Governor Ron DeSantis should be ashamed of himself for signing such laws, which only serve to limit students' access to diverse perspectives and ideas. It's also concerning that Daily Salinas, the parent who complained about Amanda Gorman's poem being read at Bob Graham Education Center, claims she wasn't trying to censor any books, but simply wanted materials appropriate for children. Who gets to decide what is appropriate for children? And why should one person have the power to make that decision for an entire school district? This kind of censorship sets a dangerous precedent and undermines our democracy by limiting free speech and access to information. We need more voices speaking out against these kinds of laws before they become even more widespread across the country. As developers, we must use our platforms to advocate for intellectual freedom and fight against censorship in all its forms. We must stand up for the right to read and access information without fear of censorship or suppression. It's crucial that we protect our intellectual freedom and ensure that students have access to a wide range of perspectives and ideas. As developers, we can use our skills to create tools and platforms that promote free speech, open dialogue, and diverse perspectives. We can also support organizations like PEN America, which are fighting against book bans and censorship in schools across the country. While it's disheartening to see these kinds of laws being passed, I believe that by working together, we can make a difference and protect our fundamental rights as Americans. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my opinion, and please remember to like and subscribe.